Hi guys, and welcome to another episode of The Crystal Goddess. First of all, I have to make an apology. It has been about, I feel like I'm confessing here, it has been about 3 weeks since I have released anything at all. Any video, anything. I just haven't done anything, and I'm really sorry about that. Basically, life has kind of got in the way. It's been a bit of a mad few weeks. It's been a bit of a mad few months, really, in fairness, but the last few weeks we've had a few health scares, we've had trips to the hospital, we've had my husband going back to work, coming off furlough, my daughter going back to nursery and then getting ill, and then my husband getting ill, and then me getting ill. It wasn't COVID, thankfully, just a cold. But it's been a bit of a tough few weeks, so really sorry that I've not been able to put anything out, but we're back on track. We're with it, it's fine, everything's going to be okay, and we're just going to keep bringing the videos to you. We have decided, I say we because my husband does the editing, because I haven't got a clue. At the end, I haven't got a clue, and he is now back at work, which is where we kind of stopped doing the 2 a week, and we're now releasing 1 a week, which will be, I believe, on a Wednesday. I think that's what we're aiming for. So thank you for bearing with me. Thank you for still following and subscribing and liking and sending me your comments. They've been very well received, so thank you. It's given me lots of ideas and food for thought. So we're talking about kind of lockdown lifting slightly, although there's now lots of different things going on, and we're not quite sure whether we're coming or going, but quite a few people have started going back into offices, they started going back into work, and I have had a couple of requests from you asking about crystals for workplace zing and getting your mojo back and getting a bit more kind of enthusiasm back for being in the workplace and being with your colleagues. So this is what this episode is going to be all about for you today. It's going to be 5 crystals for workplace zing, and I'm going to start off with one of my favourites. Number 1 is going to be Zoesite, and the reason it's one of my favourites is because, of course, Tanzanite is part of this family. So you've got Tanzanite, you've got Thulite, you've got Ruby Zoesite in there as well, and any of these are fantastic for workplace zing. If you're looking at your Tanzanite, that one's great if you're starting a new job because it's a stone of new beginnings and new life. So that might be one that you want to turn to if you are starting for the first time. Maybe you've changed your career, maybe one job has come to an end and you're moving on to another one. That one's a great one for that. But in general, your Zoesites are actually good for laziness. So if you get out of bed in the morning and you're feeling a little bit, really can't be bothered today, Zoesite is the one for you. Ruby Zoesite is going to be one of the more affordable ones in comparison to Tanzanite, although you can get relatively good quality tumbled Tanzanite these days now, and it doesn't matter really about the quality, it's about having the stone with you. If you can wear a Tanzanite, which is beautiful, amazing, but I know not everyone can afford it, so you can get tumbled Tanzanite. It's probably a couple of pounds, I don't know dollar wise, probably a few dollars as well. And you can get them from any of your crystal retailers if they're good ones. Not all of them do have them, but you never know. Have a look, and you can probably find them online as well. So they're great for laziness. They're great to give you that little bit of a zing and a zest and a kind of a, yeah, do you know what? I can get out of bed and I can do this. So that's my crystal number 1 for you. My second one is a feel better stone, and this one is Chrysopraze. It's a beautiful stone if you've ever managed to look at it, and definitely an ideal one to have in your collection. This one's a general, all-round great gemstone if you just want to feel better about things. It's great. Alongside with citrines and things like that, this has got a little bit more, whereas citrine's got more of a punchy, vibey, kind of really energetic zing. Chrysopraze is a little bit more calming. It's got a softer edge to it. It's still got that, yeah, I feel great kind of feeling and vibe to it, but it's not quite as aggressive as a citrine. You can still hear the voice is still not great, so apologies for that. It's also great for clearing up mental fog as well. So if you have one of those moments where you're sitting doing your work and you just completely blank, and you just can't think what's going on because you've got your work colleague over there talking to you about something, you have no idea what they're saying, and then your phone's going and you've got 600 emails that you need to be answering, and it helps to clear that kind of, oh, I don't know what's going on, everything's a blur. So Chrysopraze is my number 2. The third one is Scapholite. Scapos is the Greek term, and it basically means rod or shaft, because it grows like that. It grows in a rod shape. It's as simple as that. But this one's actually a really good problem-solving crystal. So if you are in a job where you have to problem solve on a daily basis, maybe you're a manager, maybe you're in charge of making things run smoothly in a certain department. I think I need some of these crystals right now because I've got brain fog. I need a bit of Chrysopraze. So Scapos is great if you have got that problem solving capacity that you need to be working with. Maybe you're an events organiser, you need to make sure everyone's at the right place at the right time. Maybe you are in charge of the shop for the day. You don't have to be a manager, you're just in charge of the shop for the day, and you need to make sure all the customers are happy and something's just broken and you need to fix it. So Scapholite is one of those crystals that is great to give you the clarity and the strength of character to be able to work through any of these kind of issues that come up in the day. So Scapholite, a little bit of an unusual one, you don't get to see it very often. It's more of a collector's stone, but it is worth having in your collection if you can get your hands on it. Then we're gonna go to the one I've already mentioned, kind of briefly, citrine. I'm actually going to just say quartz as general because quartz is fantastic, full stop the end. It's such a high vibration crystal. It works on so many different levels. If you've got a white quartz, it's about clarity of mind, it's about precision, it's about focus, so that's always a good one to have. But then you've got your citrine as well. Excuse the voice, apologies. And the citrine, we've already mentioned, is kind of that happy, get up, go, wonderful vibe to it. And it also has the tie-in with it being the merchant stone. So if you are working in a money sector, maybe you're a banker, maybe you're doing investments, maybe you own a shop, citrine is a great one. So you've got that vibe, you've got that fantastic get up and go. And then you've got that kind of that monetary element there as well, that the fact it is a merchant stone and it's supposed to be great for attracting abundance, which is always nice. And we could do with a bit of that, couldn't we, really? Then how many have we done now? We've done Zoesite, Chrysopraze, quartz, Zoesite, Chrysopraze, Scapholite, quartz, that's it. That means we're up to number 5. Number 5 is Adventuring. And this one is another one of those, if you were ever going to get a set kit of stones that you're going to carry around with you that are multi-purpose stones that are just great for everything you could think of, Adventuring's kind of got to go in there. It's a great one for poor concentration, it's a great one for grounding, and it's great all round. So Adventuring, pop it in there, it'll help with that concentration. I think I need some right now, to be fair. It'll help with the concentration. It has that grounding element to it. It has that kind of almost a hope. It is a crystal that is associated quite readily with hope, with abundance, and so it's a good one to have for the workplace zing. There we are. 5 crystals for workplace zing. You've got your Zoesite, you've got your Chrysopraze, your Scapholite, your quartz, and finally your Adventuring. Thank you very much for bearing with me. Thank you very much for watching as well. If you do have any requests for videos, please pop the comment below. Please do like and subscribe, and hopefully my voice will be a little bit better next time I see you. Thank you very much. It has been an absolute pleasure, and I look forward to seeing you next time on the Crystal Goddess.